Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and it's Debsy, and place to be, it's Debsy. Bloop, bloop, that's me. Boop, Debsy. Hey guys, happy Tuesday. I hope everybody is having a wonderful week so far and had a great day. Mine was okay. Thanks for asking. I hope yours was good. I got my water. We are finally going to talk about episode 7 of Sorority Mom's Guide to Rush. It is on Lifetime. You can find it on Lifetime On Demand. I still have 3 to watch. I started watching episode 8, and there are probably 2 episodes dropping tonight. You can't see him, but my little baby boy Jack is right there. He's coming in the kitchen. I would turn you around to see him, but he's walking away. Okay, so we're gonna talk about episode 7. Okay, so I'm going to cover, we have two young ladies tonight, Caroline and her mom Holly in Louisiana, who is going to University of Arkansas. She said University of Arkansas Fayetteville. And Jansen and her mom Shalon, who live in Dallas, she's also going to University of Arkansas. So let's talk about Caroline first. Caroline and her mom Holly, they are in Louisiana. Now her mom doesn't want to say that she's living vicariously through her daughter, but she is completely living vicariously through her daughter, to the point where it's a little much. Okay, the mom to me, I thought she was just like super clingy. Caroline understandably wants to just like, I don't want to say she wants to run away, but she just wants to kind of like get out on her own and start her own life. You know, you're at that age and you just want to see what's out there and you want to get your own identity. So I get that. Caroline meets up with Bill. So Bill meets Caroline and her mom, and her mom immediately is like, we this and we that, and, you know, talking about going through Rush. But the thing is, Caroline's going through Rush. A Rush is a me thing, not a we thing. I mean, she can offer her support, but Caroline has to go through this. This is something you go through on your own. This is something that when you come out the end, I would imagine you would feel incredibly accomplished, because it seems like it's something that, especially if you are going and you're rushing in the fall, it's something that is very daunting. Like, thousands of girls are vying for a limited number of spots in houses. It's very competitive and it's a lot. So Caroline has to focus and put her best foot forward. Okay, he takes a look at the clothes. First of all, the skirt, the tie-dye skirt, he said it looked like, quote unquote, Little House on the Prairie, if Little House on the Prairie took acid. Then there was also, and they show this clip in the commercials, and she's holding up a nutcracker. It's like a bedazzled nutcracker skirt. And the mother is like, Holly, the mother is like, I think it's cute. She looks like she's a present. She's a gift. And seriously, Bill, what did Bill say? Bill said, they're like, it's a nutcracker. He's like, I don't think you want to be a nutcracker. That's nasty. So I don't think you want to be a nutcracker. That's nasty. So I get that. For him, he wants it to be a little bit more age appropriate. Like, let's age up a little bit. Her wardrobe may be just a little too cutesy, a little too precious. Okay, so 2 weeks. Okay, so 2 weeks before Rush, Bill takes the mom, Holly, out for coffee and is like, listen, you need to cut the cord. I know that you are there, you want to support your daughter, and you live vicariously through her. However, you got to cut that cord. Don't constantly be calling Holly she's going through rush. She's going to have to make her own decisions on her own. That's something that, when you're away at college, that's your time to make decisions for yourself. You maybe never had to in high school, or limited decisions. Nothing as big as the decisions that you'll make while you're at college. So she just has to make her own decisions, step out on her own 2 feet, trust herself, and really focus. And she has to focus on this because this is a big deal. And instead of dividing the focus up between Rush and her mom, so she has to do that. And that's what Bill is like, listen, that's your homework. You have to not lean so hard on her. You have to let her fly, make her own path, and trust her. Okay, so for open house, it is going good. She had 3 houses on a Zoom call for philanthropy. So Bill and her mom, and Bill and Holly and Caroline were talking on a Zoom call. And it seems like Holly is not doing that great on her homework because her mom called her after every house. She had 4 houses. She visited 4 houses. She called her after every house, and she called her in between. So Bill said, what I want you to do is, instead of calling in between each one, just talk at night, and you can say how it went, but don't call during the day. Holly. Caroline went to Katie. She loved Katie. She went to AOPI also. She didn't love it as much. Oh, wait a minute. And I also forgot to tell you, here's another thing that I forgot to tell you. Before we get into open house, there was also, with 1 week to go before Rush, Caroline, her cousin, and Bill go shopping. And then, out of the blue, there was Holly, a bat signal was put up in the air and she saw it. So it turns out they finally have a winning wardrobe. $448 later, a winning wardrobe. Holly then went out to buy Rush gifts. Now, Rush gifts are something that the mothers sometimes get their daughters, and they'll open up one gift for every day of Rush. So her mom went out to buy Rush gifts. It's kind of like Christmas Junior, and she spent $367.75. Here's the thing. I can see Holly developing a shopping addiction, maybe. I feel like that's how she copes with things. And Holly does say her feelings are hurt, that that Caroline doesn't want her there at Rush. That's because you're not rushing. It's your daughter that's rushing. Once again, her focus has to be on Rush and not so much worrying about what's going on with you. Okay, so what did we say? We left off at Sisterhood. For Sisterhood, you can get a max of 8 houses back. She got 5, which is not bad, which is good. She really liked Delta Zeta. She really liked DZ, but was dropped by them. She loves KD and she loves FIMU. The mom and dad and mom's sister, I think, are looking at TikToks, and they see Caroline's TikToks, and she's showing the different gifts, and her mom was like, shout out, thank you to dad. And he's like, I have not seen any of these. By the way, is my child going to be going to classes after all of this? She's like, yes, of course she is. Just shut up. Let me just shop, okay? So pref round comes. She got, she put in her final 2 were FIMU and Kappa Delta. She says that she's leaning a little bit more towards Phi Mu. But Bill's like, you never know what's going to happen. You know, the universe is going to give you what it thinks is best for you. And in the end, at bid day, she goes Katie, she goes Kappa Delta, and is extremely happy. So listen, congratulations, Miss Caroline. And I hope that you have found your forever sisterhood and your forever friends and your forever sisters. So congratulations, Miss Caroline. Okay, also in this episode, we had Jansen. Jansen and her mom, Shaylon, from Dallas. The thing with Shaylon is she was on a competitive cheer team. And I don't know if I guess this is just at the University of Arkansas, but they say that you cannot rush if you're on the cheer team. So what she'll do is she'll rush this year and then do cheer team the next year. So my thought was like, so are you just going to do the sorority for just 1 year? Or I wonder if that you can't just like, you can't rush and cheer, but you can be in a sorority and cheer. I would imagine that you could. I mean, I think that would be odd if you couldn't. Okay, Jansen, this was the backstory for Jansen. And I felt so bad for her. But Jansen, she was bullied because she saw a freshman being treated very badly and being bullied. And she told her parents, who then went to the girl's parents, the girl that was being bullied, her parents, and they reported it. And then some of the people who saw this happening to the freshman then went out and bullied Jansen and made her senior year just horrific, just terrible. And that's terrible to hear. That's just so heartbreaking to hear, because she was doing the right thing and nobody else was. So you're not going to see this, Jansen, but for somebody who was bullied in middle school and elementary school, thank you for standing up and doing the right thing. You know what? Those bullies, they're probably going nowhere, and you're going everywhere. So you raised Shaylon, you raised a good daughter. You raised a daughter with a good heart. The mom is always willing to go that extra mile for Jansen. So much so that she wants to order a cake and have a cake sent to every house with Jansen's face on it. Jansen's like, no, please don't do that. I thought at first that it might be like a little like, oh, well, this girl's trying too hard. But then Jansen was like, listen, that could be considered a bribe, so don't do that. Jansen reaches out to Bill, who sends her to a sorority workshop with this woman, Leslie. Now, Leslie knows a lot of people in sororities. So his hope is that she'll put in a good word for her with the sororities there in Arkansas. And 100% of her clients get bids. Like, she has a 100% success rate. So Jansen goes there, and some of the topics that you're told to stay away from are boys, booze, Bibles, politics, and financials. I've heard of it as the B's: boys, booze, Biden's. Boys, booze, Bibles, Biden, and bills, meaning like politics, financials. Also, recruitment starts like right now. These girls are like the FBI if they were young ladies. If they were girls, if they were young women, not graduated yet, because they can dig everything up. They will get your application and they will dig. So you want to make sure that you clean up all of your social media. Like if you have a picture out there, there's a lot of cleavage, take it out. If there's a picture of you holding a beer or a red Solo cup, take it out. Okay, so if there are girls at, I don't know why I have this written down this way, but if there are girls at college who you went to school with and their issues, clear them up. And the reason why I'm saying this is that Jansen actually says that there is a girl who goes to Arkansas who went to her high school. So it worries her that the problems that she had in high school could follow her there. But Bill was like, listen, you can't, and this is great advice for anything. You can't control what people whisper about and what people say about you, but you can control how you carry yourself. And so go in head held high and own your own story. And don't be rude, but don't be fake. And he's like, they can't talk to you if the only thing they see is the back of your head, which makes perfect sense. Okay, so 2 days before Rush, Bill has a Zoom call with Jansen. Once again, her obstacle at Rush is the mean girls in high school. And he's like, well, how do you think you're the only person that's ever been bullied by mean girls? She's like, no. And he's like, exactly. So how do you handle that? And he's like, well, she's like, I would just smile and just laugh it off. And he's like, no. She's like, well, I don't want to be fake. He's like, exactly. You be polite. You don't be fake. You don't kiss their butt. And like I said before, you just walk away because they can't talk to the back of your head. The mean girls have really done a number on her. And she's, like I said, she's worried that people are going to be talking about, maybe somebody from high school is going to be at this college and are going to be talking. It really wrecked her self-confidence. She just really wants to find a solid group of friends, of female friends. Okay, so for philanthropy, she got the max number of houses. It's going great. There's no mean girls. Kappa Delta is number one for her. KD has her heart. And Bill's like, well, now because you have the max number of houses, you can really take a deeper look into each one of them and be like, are there any with Kappa? Are there any red flags at all? And you can really look a little deeper. Okay, so bid day comes. The mean girl days are behind you, Miss Jensen, because Jansen goes Kappa Delta KD as well. I was so excited. I was so excited to see that Jansen got picked up. Of course she would. And she found her sisters at Kappa Delta. I was so happy for her that she's put all that in the past and she's moved beyond it, and just happier days are out there for you, Jansen. So listen, if anybody watched and you have any comments, please put them in the comments below. If you enjoyed this, give me a thumbs up. If this is your first time watching and you liked what you heard, then maybe think about hitting that subscribe button and ringing that bell so you can know whenever this goofball is going. That'll be the thumbnail when this goofball goes live. And listen, if nobody told you yet today you're loved, seen, and heard, please make sure that you put love, kindness, compassion, acceptance, hope, and positivity out there in the world so it comes right back at you. Please take care of one another. Put kindness out in the world because it is free. Let us always be aware of our surroundings. Be smart and safe. Let's hydrate with some water. Wham ham. Water with lime packet. True lime packet. So delicious. And if you're in a dangerous situation, please know that Dolly and I are sending our love, thoughts, prayers, and positive energy your way so you make it through to another day. Love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow for the first day of October. Oh, so much closer to cooler weather. Bye, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.